Now, I've read one of the books written by Robert Kiyosaki. It's called 10 Life Lessons Every Entrepreneur Should Know Before They Quit Their Job. Now, in that book, he talks about the entrepreneurs, and he talks about people in a job in their particular profession. And what he talks about, what he breaks down is that the difference between an entrepreneur and someone who's in a particular profession is that with an entrepreneur, they are considered to be generalists, and with someone in a particular profession, i.e. a doctor, a lawyer, whatever, they are considered to be specialists. They have been specialized or trained to do a specific thing. Now, these people, they both have their advantages and disadvantages, okay? So with a professional doctor, that is something they studied for. That's something they really wanted to be, and thus, they are specialized in that particular field. However, as an entrepreneur, they are generalists. In other words, or to put it simple, it makes it quite clear in that book, is that an entrepreneur knows a little about a lot, which is a good thing, and a professional knows a lot about a little, which is also a good thing as well. But when you put it into the perspective as an entrepreneur, you don't need to know all the ins and outs and all that stuff. Entrepreneurs hire professional people like the doctors or whatever field that they're in to carry out that work for them. You just need to know a little about a lot in order to be an entrepreneur. Now, if you want to be successful in a particular field, say for example you want to be like a motivational speaker, if you set out to be a motivational speaker, then you need to study being what it takes to be a motivational speaker or a public speaker or whatever it is. If you want to be an athlete, then you have to train, make certain sacrifices, shut your mind off, and really focus on what you need to do and what it's going to take for you to be a successful athlete. You see, that all boils down to your focus, and focus stands for firmly on course until successful. So the first letter in success is being solo focused. Now the second letter in success is you, and that letter stands for unlocking your imagination. Now when you're unlocking your imagination, that means you are no longer closed or restricted or tunnel visioned by how you think. You are open to absorb information, even information that you haven't heard of before, that you may have not necessarily wanted to listen to before, but now you are more absorbed and more focused on taking in any information that's going to be of significant benefit to you and where it is that you want to go to become successful. Therefore, you're no longer restricting your mind. As they say, sky is the limit. To a certain extent, bears some truth. But I say, sky is not the limit. So soar fearlessly like the cosmic bird. Sky isn't the limit. So your mind itself is limitless as to the feats that it can perform. If you go over the world, you have many great wonders of the world that's been built, things that has been created. Mention the pyramids in Giza, Niagara Falls, all of these types of things, these great things that have been created, all stem from the mind. So you must unlock your imagination and start to imagine yourself to be. Now let's deal with C. C, you must have a crystal clear path. Now when you're dealing with being crystal, anything that you imagine, it must be solid like a crystal. Solid and very firm in your convictions as to the way in which you want to go about achieving it, And by having that solid or firm faith and trust within yourself, where, you know, as far as you're concerned, you're confident that you are going to be successful in that which you set out to achieve, you will be successful. Thus will result in the clarity of mind. Therefore, you must have a crystal solid, clear path. The path or the road must be clear because you are solo focused, your imagination is unlocked, and now you have a crystal clear path. Second C. Second C is dealing with the connection to the heart. Your being solo focused, your imagination being unlocked, the fact that you have a crystal clear path has now resonated with you. It's connected all parts of your body, most importantly, to your heart, and where your heart is coming from love. It's coming from passion. You see, you must have a connection, a direct connection to your heart where you are so passionate and really love what you do, which again is going to be another step towards taking you to becoming very successful. E. Have extraordinary energy. Have extraordinary energy. Well, if it's extraordinary, then let's just look at the word. Extra. It just means in addition to. In addition to what? Being just ordinary. Extraordinary. So you're still ordinary, but you're just a bit extra than, say, the norm, if you like. So you must be solo focused. You must unlock your imagination. You must have a crystal clear path, a connection to the heart, okay, and you must also have extraordinary energy. Let's deal with the last two S's. You must have a skill set. A skill set. What it is that you're very, very skillful at. What are you really skillful at? And work to a certain standard in mastering your skill. If you have a particular skill, then you must enhance it. Don't just say you want to be this or that. Master it. All the skills that it involves and what it takes to be whatever it is that you want to be successful at, you master your craft, as they say. Learn all the skills that's necessary. If you are an athlete, then study all of the things that athletes do to become successful. If if you're, say, going into boxing, study Muhammad Ali, study Mike Tyson, study all the great boxers that you can think of. All the George Foremans, all of those people that, what they did to become a professional boxer, not just to get in there and just have a fight with somebody, but literally study the art of boxing, the dancing. What type of boxer do you want to be? Do you want to be a lightweight boxer? Do you want to be a heavyweight boxer? If you want to be a heavyweight boxer, what type of skills you're going to need? What type of food are you going to have? What type of training regime do you have to go through to be an all-round professional skillful boxer? If you want to be an athlete, the same thing applies. An athlete maybe in sports where you want to be a good runner. Last year, who won the running? It was Usain Bolt, and he smashed that world record. Is it 9.68 if I recall correctly? Some people say 9.69, but he smashed his world record. You see, what did he do? What type of training regime he had? He said he ate chicken, rice and dumpling. That was his regime. That's what he said. But essentially, study what people are doing to become successful, and you yourself develop your own skill set. You can incorporate things from other people, and as a part of your own